Hello and welcome, my microscopic bananas wearing tutus. It's SJB here, and we got a lot to go over. If you guys pay attention to the channel at all, if you're big fans or whatnot, you might know that in the past 13-ish years since I've been making videos, I don't know that I've ever missed 2 days in a row of making videos. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I miss a week of videos. So let me tell you guys, I love that part of my channel has been how consistent I am with life and all that stuff. But I gotta give you guys, some sad news here. I gotta give you guys the reason why I wasn't here. I was in jail. So, before we get too far into the story, though, if you guys want to press that like button for me, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'd really, really appreciate that. If you guys don't want to, that's okay. I understand it. I get it. Not everybody's a liker, but for the people who are, thank you guys. Appreciate it. So back to the story. First of all, I actually was not in jail. Did I get anybody? Come on, SJB in jail for what, dude? For what? I don't know. That would be. I don't know what I'd probably like. I don't even know. I don't even know what I could go to jail for if I was like going to go to jail. I really can't think of it. I'd be like accidentally getting in an accident or something like that, but they still find me negligent in some way. I don't know. Don't think I can imagine. No, I was actually sick. I was the second most sick I've ever been in my entire life. And the first most sick that I've ever been in my entire life was pretty crazy sick. And I'm going to tell you guys that story, actually, about what happened to me a little later on in the game. Or a little later on in the video. But before we get there, let's talk about this sickness. First of all, I was, like I said, very, very sick. I'm pretty sure it was the flu. I don't think it was COVID. I took the COVID test and came back negative. I guess I got sick. My sister got sick, my mom got sick, and my dad got sick, all from the same event at my grandma's house. In an interesting turn of events, I guess. I did not know this at the time, but I guess it was told to me after the fact that actually my cousin that lives there or nearly lives there, was super sick and being there all the time. And just kind of left right before we got there for Christmas Eve to kind of have our little festivities. So I feel a little misled on that aspect. Sucks for me. I mean, obviously, I like to try to keep things as consistent as I possibly can. And even if I had like the inkling of like I knew that I was going to get sick, I could maybe think ahead and make some videos ahead of time or something like that. But I didn't even know it was going to happen until it happened. It just like instantaneously turned on and decided, Chris, we're going to basically destroy your life. So, right when I got home from hanging out with my girlfriend and everything, I went inside and I'm like, I don't feel very good. Like, I think I gotta go take a nap. And I decided, all right, it's time. Let's go take a nap. Took a nap for about an hour. When I woke up, I'm like, dude, this is bad. I had an pretty extreme fever. And I was like, I wonder what the heck my temperature is, because this feels like as hot as I've possibly ever been in my entire life. Or rather, as cold as I possibly can, because you feel cold when you've got a really crazy fever. But, I ended up getting I have this, like, crappy thermometer, that I'm not 100% sure that's 100% accurate. So, like, maybe it could have been misleading by a degree or so. But generally, I get about 97 point something for my temperature, which I think is pretty low. But I guess if you guys don't know this is actually kind of a fun little thing to know. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go for a quick cannon ship, and I'm going to give him also cam detection. And that's a pretty good combo of destructive power. I've got this guy with this guy. He's going to go for a couple zebras against me. Not going to do enough damage to actually do anything. But I still don't have a very good regen rainbow defense. So we're going to pop an extra boomerang here, keep a little extra money on the side here, just in case he does decide to rush us. I've got two abilities and boosts ready to go if absolutely need them. And then by that point, hopefully I'll have a Glaive Ricochet, the red hot ranks. This guy's got Hydra Rocket Pods, which is probably good enough to defend almost anything that I could send it against him. So I assume that my income's probably better than his, but I cannot guarantee that at all. So we're going to swap back over to just sending out whatever balloons we can, man. Just give me some monies. Give me some income. We'll go whites, actually. I don't think we're going to overwhelm him, but you never know. So I do again apologize to you guys because my brain is still not 100%. I'm still not 100% there. I'm definitely still kind of groggy and silly, so I'm already kind of like ranting about stupid stuff that I am sort of misleading myself, misleading my own brain on, I guess. But anyways, I got there, I checked my temperature, and I got 103.4. And I was like, holy crap. That's pretty frickin' high. And I checked it with, like, this ear thermometer checker thingamajig. So I didn't do, like, an under the tongue or anything like that. I don't know if under the tongue or under the armpit is any higher or any lower or anything on purpose, but I think the ear is, like, usually pretty reasonably accurate. Oh, I was going to tell you guys that actually, if you don't know, 98.6 is actually not the accepted human temperature anymore. It's actually lower than that. That's why if you ever notice that when you normally check your temperature, if you use a really accurate thermometer, it's actually not usually 98.6. Everybody's a little bit different based on what their normal temperature is, but it's actually a little bit lower than that for all of humans in general, and like at least on average. So in case you want to know that, if you know that your temperature is not 98.6, so it's only 97.9 or something like that, you're not weird. You know, that's pretty normal, actually. Alright, so we've got a cannon ship here. I think I'm going to go for a Monkey Pirates, believe it or not. He's a pretty good Moab insta-killer and pretty good against all the regular balloons we can fight against him here. But I have to be kind of rush-tastic against this guy because he's only got 2 Hydrocopods right now. Or 1 Hydrocopods right now and a random boat. And that's... Ooh, he's got Super Monkeys, though. So that's a good late-game tower here. Spending a lot of money on that crap. Still trying to go and come up to 2K now. We are going to go for that Monkey Pirates. And I'm also just going to buy the Glaive Ricochet and Red Hot Rings. I just don't want to die to like a random Rainbow Rush or something stupid, you know? It could happen. And he's got a good defense, though. Yeah, he's going pinks already. Dang. He's playing very well right now. I don't know what I can do to make myself do any better, but I do know that Super Monkeys do have a slight weakness to Zone My Gods unless he goes all the way up to that Dark Knight upgrade. So I'm going to consider a single Zone My God rush, but even if I do that, he could go for some sort of Monkey Pirates conglomerate to insta-kill the BFBs inside or whatnot, and could just end up being kind of disastrous for me. But we'll see how things go as time goes on. Right now, I'm going to continue with my pink rush, and he's going to stop, so he might go for a rush against me here pretty soon. All right, we've got just the regular natural Moab coming out. Shouldn't be a big deal for us. None of my towers are, like, superbly good against Moabs. All right. Good enough for me. I'm happy with that. I think what I need to do is I'm going to throw out another boomerang just somewhere near kind of everything else. And if I need to, I can go for... I'm going to go for double doses of boomerangs. I'm going to get one of them up to a bottom path, stall, or slow down the Moabs. I'm going to go for another one up to a turbocharge to kill all the balloons inside. At least that's my plan. Alright, so he's still not going in come against me, which is, again, kind of unique. Could be planning for an all-out rush or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a quick... Oh my god. This is going to hurt my income a little bit, but not devastate it. I'm going to try to continue... Oh, he's going to go for aircraft carrier, which is not bad against Oh my gods, but definitely not, like, the best-case scenario. He should have gone for that... Oh, he doesn't... Okay. So I think he's going to go Robo Monkey on this guy. This looks like a super range Plasma Monkey here. It's interesting. All right, I'm going to go for at least this Moab press, and I'm going to go for the faster throwing on this guy. Let's see what he's going to do. So he does... Oh, no, he does have Dark Knight on that, so I must be used to BTD6 a little too much at this point. So he's going to boost through everything. That should easily take down this. Oh, my God. We still got to prepare for DDTs, which currently I do not have a good DDT defense. So let's kind of save up our money here and think what we want to do. I think I got to go for some sort of high-class Monkey Ace here, or I could go for Ground Zeros. It's not ideal, but it can work. But you're better off going Sky Shredder. So if I can save up for the Sky Shredder, that's what I'm going to do. It's 40 grand, though, so it's pretty expensive, guys. The good news is I could even sell my Monkey Power or something like that if I want to. But if he does decide to rush me, he's got to get through at least one Monkey Pirates insta-kill, and then, on top of that, still sneak through all the rest of my defense here. Unfortunately... For him, I think my income is still much higher. He stopped with those pinks for a long time, and he's still not sending out any pinks. So he might be just planning an all-out DDT rush. Alright, and if he does do that, I don't have the necessary ingredients yet. So, I definitely got to get this. If I sell this guy, I'll have the money, so that's good to know. And I'm still going to have to boost through it. Sky Shredder is not an automatic DDT killer. But it looks like, alright, we're going to get the money for it just in time here for round 26. Just about perfect timing, man. Look at that. Like, on the dot, on the second. And he is going to rush us with this. Alright, we're going to try to get more of these guys up. Alright, we do end up killing those guys. And that is going to put him in a really bad place here. We're going to rebuy another one of these. Because if he goes for another one of those rushes, I think we should be able to just keep on insta-killing him here. And go for a double dose. His income is pretty much fried right now. So we're going to wait a few more rounds. I'll earn a little bit more money over here, and then I'm probably going to go for a counter rush of DDTs right back at him. Or maybe we'll wait for a bad. We'll see how it goes. Alright. I could also go for a Pirate Lord. I don't know how many insta-killing DDTs we can do for that guy. I think we could do 3, though, but it might only be 2. Alright, we're almost there for the money. Let's wait for it. Here's a Pirate Lord. And then I guess since we have Pirate Lord, let's just go Crow's Nest on him. I don't think it's going to do much damage, if almost anything to the DDTs, but let's do it anyways. And then the other thing I'm going to go for is a Ground Zero here. And then if he decides to rush me with a bad or a full-out DDT rush, if it's a full-out DDT rush, we should be able to defend it with all of our random crap. If it's a bad, though, we're going to counter with our own reinforced DDT rush, and that should kill him pretty easily. We might even double dose it, where we send out 1 set and then a 2nd set. But I've got all my money built up in my towers right now, and I can easily sell a lot of those to make kind of like a lot of plays happen. So because he went for those early DDTs, I know that hurt his income hard, man. I don't know exactly how bad it is, but I can guarantee I've got more money than him right now. Alright, let's see what he's planning. He's got a bad, or he's going to go DDTs. Or we're going to try Bloons. Alright, the Bloons could be actually pretty hard for us. If he does do like a full-out group ceramic rush or something weird. Alright, so he's not rushing us with anything right now. We're going to go for a reinforced DDT rush. Let's do 1 set of these guys. Let's see what he does. He's going to boost it. With the boosting. He's trying to defend. And he still can't even stop the first set, baby. Didn't even take us to the 2nd set there. I feel like he played it well, but we played it just a smidge better than him. And Pat Fusty lifting them weights. All right, guys, for this game, we're going to go for the military trifecta today. I think Dartling Gun is just rock solid on this map and hard to ignore, so that's what we're going for. In addition, I got Boat and Mortar here, which, I don't know if boats are necessarily the right choice, but I like having something that has an alternate form of income, and boats just seem to fit that way better for me than anything else, so I like going for them, personally. We'll see how it goes, but right now, I'm feeling pretty good. But we got an Azili Ice Tower player, and they seem to be doing a very good job here against these group reds and blues and all that stuff. But we might be able to sneak in some random yellows pretty soon and just see if they suffer. Again, I have not been playing Battles 2 all that much lately, so I'm still a little bit in the dark here. But I am only in Moab Pit right now, kind of the middle of Moab Pit, so I'm not exactly playing at expert level plays right now anyways. All right, let's get a Pat going. I think a Pat Dartling Gun combo seems like a pretty good one. Pat can get rid of most of the group balloons, but not all of them. Oh, he's got a Dartling Gun as well, so these yellow balloons are going to do nothing. It's okay. No problem. One thing we are noticing is we're seeing space balloons from this guy. So, that's unique because it means his income is going to be pretty low unless he's planning to do a banana farm play. I'm going to go Powerful Darts here. I could go for the middle path, but I think I could save up for Powerful Darts here. And then at the very least, that leaves me open if I want to do something weird with this thing. But I think I'm probably better off still going a 0-2-2. So we'll probably plan for that guy. I don't want to do anything too fancy today. So, anyways, I told you guys that I was going to tell you a story about the sickest that I've ever been. So anyways, I guess just after all said and done, I got a crazy high fever, 103 point whatever, 4, 5, I don't even remember exactly what it was. And I just laid in bed, like, curled up for, like, a day straight up, and then I just curled up on the couch for another 2 days, basically like unable to move. I didn't take my dogs on a walk. I didn't leave the couch. I didn't eat food. I actually lost about 5 pounds in the past 5 days, which is kind of weird if you really get down and think about that. That's like a pound a day. But I don't know. That's what happened to my body, bro. Maybe some of it was just water weight and whatnot, but it's what happened. He does have banana farms. Okay. That does make things a little bit interesting. I don't know how that's going to affect us too much, but good to note. Good to note. So, I had some crazy fevers and all that stuff and just felt like absolute garbage. It's hard to explain that kind of situation and everything, but it's just the way it is. Eventually that turned into crazy congestion in my lungs. So I could barely, I don't want to say barely breathe, because that's not true, but a lot of like coughing and like a tight feeling there, a lot of liquid coming out. I don't want to make it too gross for you guys, but that's the truth of the matter, man. So that turned into, now it feels more like a cold. And I feel like I need to finally get back into doing videos right now. I've got a little bit, I don't want to call it a runny nose. It's just like I have to blow it all the frickin' time. Still coughing a lot of stuff out of my lungs and all that junk. So, all right, he's going to go for a pretty hefty banana farm here. We're going to possibly push in some hardcore Bloons here, man. We're going to see how this goes. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to try to not get a Hydro Rocket Bots. I'm going to go for a mortar instead. But I gotta remember, artillery battery got nerfed. I was not paying attention, and all of a sudden I looked, and it was $6,500, bro. I was like, what happened, man? What happened? I'm gonna get an extra cannon ship in here as well. He's gonna be my camera detection combo here. And then we gotta get ready to think about rushes, man. I mean, let's try a quick zebra rush. Oh, I have no money. Look at that. It's like 3 zebras. But the 3 zebras got pretty far, bro. Look at that. They went all the way around the triangle. All right, let's try a slightly larger zebra rush with a couple regens in the middle there. Let's see what he does. Maybe the regens will cause some chaos. And look at that. We got some of them trying to sneak through over here. The Dartling Gun's going to clean him up at the very, very back end, though, when he does defend. All right, I gotta continue with my income, man. I just gotta. All right, here's our cannon ship. My income is pretty low for this map. Ooh, he's got a couple rainbows coming in against me. I don't think that's going to be a problem, though. No, not at all, not at all. Good combo. All right, so I told you guys that I was going to tell you the story about the sickest that I've ever been in my entire life. Now, this is embarrassing. All right, just to be straight with you guys. This is something I don't remember if I've ever told this story on this channel, because it happened when I was a kid, but I might have. I might have told this story before. If I did, it was only once, and again, it's just embarrassing for me to even, like, remotely talk about. So, when I was like 13 or so, I don't remember the exact age, I got really sick. All right, now I don't know what my fever was. I don't remember very much exactly about what was going on, but I remember that I was hallucinating. Okay, is the best way I can explain it. I was hallucinating. Some people might call it dreaming, but I'm telling you, it was awake. Like, I really thought these things were happening to me. I hallucinated, first of all, that these, like, lights, when I looked out my window, there was, like, 2 lights kind of, like, on a house that was not, like, next door. It was, like, behind next door, like, pretty far back. And I remember that I thought these lights were nuclear explosions. All right, and the nuclear explosions, the lights were slowly getting bigger, and that means they were coming towards me, and I was going to die. All right, in addition to that, you know what I'm going to do another destroyer over here. I'm just feeling him. I might go aircraft carrier as well. Probably going to go lack of cam detection here. I don't know if we can do any sort of crazy rushes against this guy right now. But right now, I know he's got a Moab weakness, so possibly a double reinforced Moab rush might be good, but that's also pretty expensive, so we're going to see how this goes. My income is actually not bad, though. 1,800 for right now. And I feel like I can pull off most defenses, but not everything. I'd really like to get an artillery battery, to be completely honest with you guys. But I'd rather be aggressive than defensive. But I remember I thought that there was like nuclear explosions going off and I was going to die. Eventually, I think that sort of passed away. Like that thought passed away and I was not having that anymore. But then I had a different hallucination that I needed to go on a suicide mission to Mars. I don't know why it had to be me. It didn't necessarily make all that much sense. All right, we're going to boost this crap because he's not defending this very well at all. He's going to boost as well. He's got triple Dartling guns, but that's 2 Moabs he's got to defend there. And Gosito gets taken down. And there it is. So sadly, that's where I got to end the actual battles content for today. But to finish my story, I'll tell it as quickly as I possibly can. I was going to go on a suicide mission to Mars, and for some reason they picked me. The only other person that could have gone was somebody from my family. So I remember that I walked downstairs to ask my dad if instead of me, he would go on the suicide mission to Mars instead of me. And that was super duper hard to ask someone to do. And when I got down there, he was gone, and I started crying. And I was walking up the stairs and kind of walking in the hallway, and eventually my mom popped out. It was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, we're all gonna die, you know? And like, we're all gonna die. I'm so sorry. And I was going on a suicide mission to Mars, by the way, to save the planet. So, I mean, like, sort of adventure movie style, but, like, I was not the hero. I was most definitely not the hero. I was a coward. I did not want to go. I did not want to die to save everybody. But anyways, I was crying, like, really, really, really hard with this crazy high fever, being super duper sick. And just as an example of how sick I was, I know that I like fell asleep and I randomly thought that it was 6 o'clock in the morning. So I went down to get some water, and it was actually 6 o'clock at night, and my entire family was awake eating dinner. That was just like one example. But that was the one time that I for sure should have gone to the hospital, because like I'm a coherent, reasonable person based on factual evidence in most situations. Even when I was a kid, I was like one of those kids that was kind of like a reasoner, and I knew that shouldn't have existed, yet I still went for it. So yeah, that was really embarrassing to have my family think that I was, you know, just like a bad dreamer or something like that. Like, no, it was legit hallucinating, and I probably had like 104-degree fever or worse, because at 103 I definitely was not hallucinating yet. I just felt terrible. Big difference. According to the test, it was not COVID, it was the flu. But I can't guarantee it was the flu necessarily, but what else could have been? I don't know. It just like makes a lot of sense that it was. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you press that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully I'll get more content for you guys pretty soon. I'm going to try to keep up with it again. I'm going to try to start the new year on a new note. I'm going to try to live stream some more for you guys, so get ready for it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are interested. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.